Hey guys, it's John with OGS. Oh my god, it's 2022. Feels quite futuristic. My New Year's resolutions are to lose a bit of weight and possibly finish my 10 or 11 car. I don't even remember these days. But look, I actively avoided work. I did work on my Torana, which is at home, and putting everything back together. But I came in just a couple days to help out a mate, and he's inherited one special vehicle. Rusty, but special. Let's go check it out. It was his mother-in-law's car, sat in storage for I think about 15 or possibly even 20 years. And my buddy, Josh, he's inherited an LC Torana. Feast your eyes on this thing. I did say it was rusty. Over the years, I've had many a beer with my buddy, and he's always sort of mentioned to me that he's inherited a Torana, which I sort of found hard to believe after 10 beers sort of thing. But lo and behold, one day that he did actually call me, and we went round to a storage yard in Brayside, where this thing's been sitting outside for about 15 years. And we had a look at it, didn't realise probably how bad it was, seeing as we couldn't get the boot lid open, but I think that was a fair indication of what was to come. So it's an LC Torana. Its saving grace is that it's a two-door. It's a garden variety standard type. I believe it's a 173 engine, correct me if I'm wrong. Here it is here. And so what we've done is we've basically put it onto a trailer and get it here. We had to rock it off the tilt tray, which half the car basically ended up on the tray itself because all the tyres are flat. So the whole thing got actually skull dragged onto the tilt tray and then basically rocked off. Oh mate, this is half the car. Oh Jesus. And then we put some jacks underneath and got it into this location here, which is where it's going to reside for the next 15 years maybe, hopefully not. But look, here it is here. It is all complete. There's a lot to talk about with this particular car, probably mostly about the rust and how we're actually going to tackle everything. This is a huge job. Really, it is a parts car, but because it's a family heirloom, and Josh is prepared to spend, you know, however much time and money on it, it's something that we could probably do, maybe. I'm not sure, I'll leave it up to you guys. How far do I go with it? Well, perhaps maybe I'll just give my opinion as to where the rust is and a speed run through the rust perhaps. So straight off the bat, the bonnet has incredible flex. It's not meant to have that much flex because you can actually see that it's almost able to be bent in half, my God. And the inner skin there, it's all rusty. In terms of the engine bay itself, I don't see any rust in the firewall, which is highly surprising. Of course, with the LC Toranas, you know, the nose cone's welded on. So that's a bit of an issue, seeing as there's rust on the front over here. I haven't had a real good look at this car just yet, but from what I can see, there's a fair amount of stuff that needs to be attended to immediately. The apron down there, I don't know whether you can see it, it's rusted all the way through. Lucky I've had my tetanus shot. Look, the bumper is dinted and not that shiny. The guard's got rust throughout there. It's probably holding on to leaves all throughout here. This pillar is not as bad as the other pillar, A pillar, but of course this whole piece needs to be replaced. Bottoms of the doors are completely done. Pretty much every single hang-on panel needs to be replaced. But the trims are really nice. Hey, how about that? Inside, it's got a nice musty smell, and you can see that the floor is completely rusted. Inner and outer sill needs to be done. It's just gone all the way through. We haven't delved into here, but if pictures could tell 1,000 words, I guess you guys can imagine what it smells like in here. Let's move on to the boot. Basically, we couldn't get this open because we didn't have the key or anything. So we just lifted it up and it broke the skin on the inside there. That would give you a nasty cut. So I don't plan on really touching it all too much. But what we did was we pulled it up so far that we were able to reveal this little hole here in which that you put a flat head and you give it a twist. And lo and behold, it's popped open. Now this thing was completely full of stuff. We got pretty excited, so we wanted to clear it all out and see what you got. This is pretty good. Hey, check that out there. I don't know whether the camera's picking that up. That's not bad there. That's still full of stuff where the spare wheel goes. It's rusted through the dog leg there. But over here is a bit of a mystery because you've got a panel that's just pop riveted on top of where the original panel was meant to go. So I would assume that if I take that off, it's gonna reveal stuff that doesn't look so good. But I've been underneath the car, that doesn't look so bad, but hey, I don't know. So put this in the bin, or Josh, you could put it on your wall in your shed there, mate, and you know, a bit of a souvenir, I suppose. Anyway, moving right along. The guard over here, that's rusty. I don't know what's under there, but I can imagine that's just holes. We could get this door open, but you can see down onto the ground over there. Get him nice and close and have a bit of a squeeze there. You're gonna Fred Flintstone that all the way home. What do you guys think? Is it savable? Drop a comment below and let us know what we're in for. By and large, this car is complete. It's got everything there. It's been untouched. It hasn't been really mucked around with. We haven't even washed off all of the moss. So I'm sure we can make this look just a little bit better if we gave it a pressure wash. We haven't done anything to it. The A-pillar over here is rusted out, so that's probably the biggest concern, in that if I pop the windscreen here, I probably need to brace it before I do that, otherwise things are going to start to sag and nothing's going to line up anymore. So, I mean, this is probably one of the most rustiest cars I've ever come across. Even the VC Valiant's not as rusty as this thing. But hey, it's a two-door LC Torana, and it's been in the family for 50 million years. So if you've got a bit of a soft spot for Toranas, or you feel especially sorry for the owner of this particular car, how about you let us know if you've got some parts available for free or little cost. We'll take anything. I'm deadly serious. I'll pay for freight. It doesn't matter. Anything that doesn't do this, or wheels, or any parts you want to donate that can be refurbed, just drop us a line. We need help with this particular project, because I mean, otherwise you're going to be here for 50 million years chasing rust forever. But I think it probably is worthwhile doing. Maybe, maybe not, I'm not really sure. But we did try to get the engine running, so I'll drop some content of that straight after this.
The fuel, and I think that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, but I didn't hear it turn over though, so I think it should spin over. Starter's turns. What are we missing?
It's opened its eyes. There's light in its eyes. That's it. She starts. Probably try that fuel ready. Yeah. Alright, let's get a tiny bit more fuel in, but it turns over.
We've got heaps of content coming out for you guys, so stay tuned. Heaps of projects on the go at the moment. I'm gonna try to lift the quality of my work, you know, and I've got some surprises coming up, so stay tuned.